They get scared and call you aggressive when you express yourself. They get scared and they call you aggressive when you express yourself. I want you to understand that the devil gets nervous when the real you began to express yourself in this environment. The goal from the very first day that you took your first breath was to make sure that you never awaken to who you were created to be. The enemy never wanted you to be free enough to express yourself the way that you did in heavenly places. And so when you step into rooms and you began to express yourself with the highest version of who God had in mind, the enemy gets nervous. He says that you're aggressive. He'll ask questions like, what is wrong with you? He began to get into people's head and they began to get into little clusters and they whisper because the spirit of the Lord that resides on the inside of you, you make hell nervous because the fire that you carry on the inside of your being, they get scared when you open up your mouth just to say one thing because they know they have to flee 5, 10, 15 different ways because of the spirit of the Lord that you possess on the inside of you. And I wanted to reach out and remind somebody that don't ever be afraid of being you. You being you makes them nervous because of the spirit of the Lord on the inside of you. And what I am seeing a lot in chosen ones is people are just treating you just different from anyone else. Everyone else they understand because they fit a mold. Everyone else, they're predictable because that's what they expect. With everyone else, you look a certain way because that's what they're accustomed to. With everyone else, they act a certain way because that's where they're accustomed to. I want you to understand that when you are a little bit different, people get uncomfortable. When you are a little bit different, they get nervous. When you are a little bit different, if you're on the job, they will fire you. And it's not because you couldn't do the job. It's because of your difference. I want you to understand that your difference is what is needed in this environment. And every demon in hell could go ahead and take several seats because the real you is in this building, baby. And God is saying that he wants you to go ahead on and just be you. Oh, it doesn't matter what anyone has to say about you at this current time. You go ahead on and be you. Because I want you to understand something, that your difference is sure enough necessary at this time. It's necessary in this timeline, in this space and time, in this very moment. It is so necessary. And I know how it is to be the odd one out. I know how it is to have a gift that you don't even know where to begin to do with it. And what I want to say to you today is the only thing that you have to really do in your life is trust God. You need to trust God with your entire life. You need to trust God with the things that you don't even understand how they're going to be done. You need to trust God with your life even when it seems like your life is falling apart and it just ain't making sense. You need to trust God with some of the things that you got yourself into and understand that he's going to work it out for you. At the end of the day, you need to trust God with your differences because he will take your differences and turn it into a multi-million-dollar business. You need to trust God with every piece, every particle, every facet of your life. Because one thing I can tell you is that the spirit of the Lord lives inside of you. And if you are being treated differently because you are different, if you're being treated differently because you look different, if you're being treated differently because you talk different, if you're being treated differently because you don't fit in, then all I want to let you know is to tell you this today is give God that difference. Give God that difference because he wants to take your difference and make a difference in this environment. And until the next video, guys, peace, because I believe in all of you. Bye now.